Have you ever felt a chill down your spine while looking at an old object? A sudden feeling that something isn't quite right? You're not alone. Across the world, countless stories whisper about ordinary items imbued with extraordinary and often terrifying power. These are haunted objects, and they're more common than you might think. From ancient relics to everyday belongings, these objects hold a dark fascination. They bridge the gap between our world and the spectral realm, reminding us that some things can't be explained by logic or reason. But what makes an object haunted? Is it a curse, a lingering spirit, or something else entirely?
The idea of haunted objects is deeply rooted in human history. Ancient cultures believed that spirits could reside in objects, influencing events in the living world. Think cursed artifacts in Egyptian tombs or haunted swords in Japanese folklore. These stories weren't just campfire tales, they reflected a deep-seated belief in the power of the supernatural.
Today, haunted objects continue to captivate our imaginations. From haunted dolls locked away in museums to antique furniture said to move on its own, these objects are more than just relics of the past. They are tangible reminders that the line between our world and the spirit world is thinner than we might think.
Separating fact from fiction in the world of haunted objects is a daunting task. Many stories are passed down through generations, becoming more embellished with each retelling. Others are shrouded in mystery, making it impossible to verify their authenticity. Skeptics argue that haunted objects are nothing more than figments of our imagination, fueled by fear, suggestion, and the power of belief. They point to natural phenomena, psychological tricks, and even outright hoaxes as explanations for seemingly supernatural occurrences. But what about the unexplained?
Despite the skepticism, the allure of haunted objects remains strong. These objects, often shrouded in mystery and legend, captivate our imaginations and draw us into their eerie tales. Whether it's a cursed doll, a haunted mirror, or an ancient artifact with a dark past, there's something undeniably fascinating about these items. Why are we so drawn to these stories of the strange and supernatural? Perhaps it's because they offer a break from the mundane, a chance to explore the unknown and the unexplained. In a world where so much is understood and categorized, haunted objects remind us that there are still mysteries out there waiting to be uncovered. One reason is our innate curiosity about the unknown. Humans have always been explorers, seeking out new frontiers and pushing the boundaries of what we know. Haunted objects represent a different kind of frontier, one that exists at the edge of our understanding. They challenge us to question what we believe and to consider the possibility that there might be more to the world than meets the eye. Haunted objects offer a glimpse into a world beyond our understanding, a world where the impossible might just be possible. They invite us to imagine a reality where spirits linger, curses hold power, and the past can reach out to touch the present. This sense of wonder and possibility is a powerful draw, pulling us into the stories and legends that surround these objects. These stories also tap into our deepest fears. The fear of the unknown is a primal instinct, one that has been with us since the dawn of humanity. Haunted objects play on this fear, reminding us of the things that lurk in the shadows and the dangers that might be hiding just out of sight. The fear of the dark, the unknown, and the things that go bump in the night. These are fears that we all share, and haunted objects bring them to the forefront of our minds. They make us confront the things that scare us most, forcing us to face our fears head-on. But there's a thrill in that fear, a sense of excitement that comes from confronting the things that scare us most. It's the same thrill that draws people to horror movies and ghost stories, the adrenaline rush that comes from being scared in a safe and controlled environment. Haunted objects allow us to experience that thrill in a unique and tangible way. Haunted objects, in a way, allow us to experience that thrill in a controlled environment. They let us explore the darker side of our imaginations, to delve into the mysteries of the unknown, and to confront our fears in a way that feels safe and manageable. In the end, it's this combination of fear and fascination that makes haunted objects so compelling, drawing us in and keeping us captivated by their eerie allure.
Some haunted objects transcend mere stories and become cultural icons. These objects, often shrouded in mystery and fear, capture the imagination of people around the world. They are not just relics of the past, but are imbued with tales that send shivers down our spines. Their eerie presence in museums and private collections continues to intrigue and terrify those who dare to learn their stories. Take, for instance, the infamous Annabelle doll. This doll, which appears to be an ordinary Raggedy Ann, has a dark and sinister reputation. It has been the subject of numerous books, movies, and documentaries, each adding to its terrifying legend. The doll's innocent appearance belies the malevolent spirit said to reside within it. This seemingly innocuous Raggedy Ann doll is said to be possessed by a malevolent spirit, its beady eyes staring into your soul. The story goes that the doll was given to a young nurse in the 1970s, who soon began to notice strange occurrences. The doll would change positions, and eerie notes would appear, written in a child's handwriting. Paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren were called in, and they determined that the doll was indeed possessed by a demonic entity. Locked away in a glass case at the Warren Occult Museum, Annabelle's story continues to chill and fascinate. The Warrens believed that the glass case was necessary to contain the doll's evil influence. Visitors to the museum report feeling an overwhelming sense of dread when they approach the case, and some even claim to have seen the doll move. Annabelle remains one of the most famous haunted objects in the world, a testament to the enduring power of a good ghost story.
Then there's the Hope Diamond, a gem that has captivated and cursed its owners for centuries. This dazzling blue diamond, weighing over 45 carats, is not only a marvel of nature, but also a magnet for misfortune. A dazzling blue gem with a long and bloody history. The diamond's origins can be traced back to India, where it was allegedly stolen from a sacred statue. Since then, it has passed through the hands of kings, queens, and wealthy collectors, leaving a trail of tragedy in its wake. The diamond's owners have suffered everything from financial ruin to untimely deaths, leading many to believe that the gem is cursed. Legend has it that the diamond is cursed, bringing misfortune and tragedy to those who possess it. Stories of the diamond's curse include the beheading of Marie Antoinette and the downfall of the French monarchy. Even those who have merely handled the diamond have reported experiencing bad luck. Despite, or perhaps because of, its dark reputation, the Hope Diamond remains one of the most famous and sought-after gems in the world. Whether the curse is real or imagined, the Hope Diamond remains a captivating example of how an object can become intertwined with tales of the supernatural. Today, it resides in the Smithsonian Institution, where it continues to draw millions of visitors each year. People are fascinated not just by its beauty, but by the dark stories that surround it. The Hope Diamond serves as a reminder that sometimes the most beautiful things can have the darkest histories.
I've encountered my fair share of haunted objects over the years, but one experience in particular stands out. It was a night that I will never forget, a night that still sends shivers down my spine whenever I think about it. It was during an investigation at a small historical museum. This museum, tucked away in a quiet corner of the town, was known for its eerie ambiance and the mysterious artifacts it housed. The museum housed a collection of artifacts from a bygone era, each with its own story to tell. These items, ranging from old photographs to antique furniture, seemed to whisper secrets of the past. As we set up our equipment, I couldn't shake the feeling that we were being watched. The air was thick with anticipation, and every creak of the floorboards seemed to echo louder than usual. We focused our attention on an antique mirror, rumored to be a portal to the other side. This mirror, with its ornate frame and slightly tarnished glass, had a history of strange occurrences. As we rolled the cameras, the temperature in the room plummeted. The sudden drop was so drastic that we could see our breath forming misty clouds in the air. A cold, unseen presence seemed to descend upon us. It was as if the very essence of the room had changed, becoming more oppressive and foreboding. Then, the mirror began to fog over, as if someone was breathing on it from the other side. The fog formed slowly, creating an eerie, almost ghostly image on the glass. The experience sent chills down my spine, a stark reminder that some things defy explanation. In that moment, I felt a connection to the past, to the unknown, and to the mysteries that lie beyond our understanding. It was a powerful reminder of why I do what I do, and why the search for answers in the paranormal world is so compelling. After the investigation, I documented every detail in my journal. The fogging mirror, the sudden drop in temperature, the feeling of being watched. All of it was meticulously recorded. These notes serve as a testament to the strange and unexplainable events that we encounter in our line of work. Reviewing the footage later, we noticed anomalies that we hadn't seen during the investigation. Shadows moving in the background, unexplained noises, and the fogging of the mirror were all captured on tape. It was both thrilling and unnerving to see the evidence of our experience. We gathered as a team to discuss our findings. Each of us had felt the presence, had seen the fogging mirror, and had experienced the drop in temperature. It was a collective encounter that none of us could easily dismiss. We delved deeper into the history of the museum and its artifacts. Old documents and photographs revealed stories of tragedy and loss, adding layers of context to our experience. It became clear that the past was very much alive in that small historical museum. As I closed my journal that night, I couldn't help but feel a sense of awe and respect for the unknown. The encounter at the museum was a reminder that the world is full of mysteries waiting to be uncovered, and that sometimes the past reaches out to touch the present in ways we can scarcely imagine. And so, under the light of the full moon, we left the museum with more questions than answers, but with a renewed sense of purpose. The search for the truth, no matter how elusive, continues to drive us forward into the unknown.
Haunted objects, whether real or imagined, hold a powerful sway over our collective imagination. They remind us that there are things in this world that we may never fully understand. They challenge our perceptions of reality, blurring the lines between the natural and the supernatural. But perhaps the most intriguing aspect of haunted objects is the power of belief itself. Whether we believe in ghosts or not, these objects force us to confront the possibility that there are forces at work beyond our comprehension. They remind us that the world is a strange and mysterious place, full of wonders and terrors that we are only beginning to understand.
Do you have a story about a haunted object? Have you ever encountered something you couldn't explain? Share your experiences in the comments below. And let me know what other mysteries you'd like me to explore in future essays. The truth is out there, and I'm ready to face it head on.